gay jeans, size queens, and smaller peens. Coming up today on The Point.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas me faire? Tu me fais pas peur. Plus de souper avec tes parents.
Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Unfortunately, Zaid is still under the weather, but we're going to jump right into it anyway with talking point number 1, fingering.
Sorry, quick question, Fred. Only who can prevent forest fires?
Nice shirt.
Smokey Bear.
That's
The
incorrect.
answer is you.
Yes.
Oh, yes, okay. I was actually thinking of
I don't get it.
I was actually thinking of the ad where it's like, it's Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear. Like it's Santa, because the kid would say, it's Santa Claus, not Santa the Claus. It's Easter Bunny, not Easter the Bunny. So it's
I've
Smokey
never seen that.
No.
Bear, not Smokey the Bear.
Fingering.
Speaking of bears, fingering. Okay, so a study is out from Essex University that says if your ring finger is longer than your index finger, and of course I knew this would happen.
Mine's much longer.
Yeah.
If your ring finger is longer than your index finger, you're more likely to be gay.
Oh my God, I am! And you're not.
Mine are like the same. Does that mean I'm bi? Is that how that works?
Pretty gay.
You're a little gay.
Just a little bit. Oh no, wait. I'm right on the
almost
edge.
there.
If the two fingers are the same size, you're probably straight, according to the study.
Okay.
You're so straight, Jim.
So
Damn,
the
holy
study
crap.
involved identical twins where one twin
Mine
is
is
gay
a-
and the
yeah.
other is straight. Because twins have identical DNA, they were able to test the differences.
Are you joking? This is a study.
This is a study.
Somebody paid to have this study done.
Like they just studied twins?
They just studied twins.
That's
Where
amazing.
one is gay and one is straight. And
Okay.
they found that
Like
How
what's
many
the
of those
percentage?
exist in the world? Like,
how many twins where one is gay and one
Yeah,
is straight?
it's great.
It doesn't say.
is that common?
It's not uncommon. I don't, well,
Is it not?
I've heard of them.
I heard they did a whole study about their fingers.
But my question is does the finger rule work for you? I mean, now, Tito, so in case you were wondering, now we have confirmation that you're gay.
Cool.
Yeah. How about
yours?
yours?
Jim?
What's yours?
Give me a percentage.
Oh, yours is longer too, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the percentage of like these people who
Mine's
they
longer.
asked?
Correlation does not equal causation.
Well, but according to a related study, it also found that gay bottoms are more likely to have older brothers.
Okay.
So if you're a bottom, you're more likely to have an older brother.
Why? Because you've been teased.
Wait, is
all
your
that?
brother?
I have an older and a younger, so I'm taking it and giving it, I guess, according to the study.
I don't think that's what the. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the study is. Like, what is that? What is the study trying to prove?
Well, it's not trying to prove anything, but studies show bottoms are, on average, more likely to express their femininity through personality, behavior, and cognitive traits. These findings suggest.
That's so stupid.
But doesn't
Well-
this also seem like, the same thing applies of like, oh, if you've seen a balloon once in the last 5 years, you might get into a car accident. Like,
That was
the
so
number of people
stereotypical.
studied have seen balloons in the last 5
Yeah.
years. This is stupid.
Oh, I see what you're trying to ask. My brother.
Yes.
My younger brother.
Your younger brother, he's gay.
He's gay, and if I remember one of our conversations correctly, he is a bottom.
Okay.
And he's the
And
youngest
one
of
of the
3 boys.
And so
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
an older brother.
He is super bottom. He has two.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Yes.
2, so yeah.
Super bottom.
The power bottom.
Well, this will be of interest to everybody. This was another study saying that gay genes help people to have more sex. Straight men with the gay-linked variants are also more physically attractive than others.
Where do you buy gay jeans?
TJ Maxx.
God, no.
That's not where you buy the gay jeans.
No. Go to Over the Rainbow.
That-
Wow.
So the study confirms being
Oh, the bell.
so that
gay
it
man got his
confirms that there
gene.
is a gay gene. The study involved more than 300,000 heterosexuals. They had to answer several questions. Blah blah blah. So basically, if you're straight and you have a variant of the quote unquote gay gene, you are likely to have more sex than straight people who don't have the gay gene.
What is the gay gene?
Okay,
Is that a thing? That's not a thing.
Supposedly,
You know how you didn't choose to be gay?
right?
I guess that's what it is.
That there is something that genetically
So you
in
can
your DNA.
check a baby's DNA and say they're gonna grow up to be gay, is what you're saying.
I don't think they've isolated.
They haven't
the
like
gay
pinpointed
gene.
it.
Right.
But
But
they
that
know
it's-
that it's a genetic thing. Although we did have a guest last season or the first
Yeah,
season
yeah,
that
yeah.
said that it's not like that, and I had a lot of trouble with that.
Well, but
particular person.
I think there are cultural and environmental factors that play into it, especially whether or not the person ends up.
Well, being open and out
Right.
and being in an environment where you're comfortable to
Right.
express yourself versus whether you're a gay man or woman who has to pretend to be straight because you're in a very religious background or whatever. That's ominous. Literally bones fall. You'll see.
Or they have seen.
Yeah.
So how much?
So stupid.
So I mean, do you think there's any truth to this gay gene and that whether
No,
or not?
it's stupid. Let's move on. If you can't pinpoint the thing, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can't pinpoint it, yet they can say that
Right.
they can
So many
find
people.
traces of it, and
What?
that traces of it cause
Did I?
guys that
I
are,
did.
My God.
there's a correlation between that gene that they haven't discovered yet and more sex.
I like the way you say traces of it, like it's Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
digging for artifacts.
Forensic. It's all
Also,
forensic.
just as a quick side note, it sounds like Tito just said that gay people don't exist just a second ago.
We're all just
The gene
people.
doesn't exist, so they don't exist.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I know you've done.
I'm just saying, if you can't pinpoint something that you're saying exists, then how does it exist? Like God. There you go.
Well,
That-
see, that's a
that
different
was
story
very
because
deep.
God doesn't.
That was very
exist,
deep,
So
which
that's a different
is
thing.
how Tito likes it. And now it's time for Tito's midpoint.
No mercy, baby.
Oh my God, we are doing that now.
Yes, it's all on you, Tito.
We are playing at gunpoint, so you just choose one or the other. And if you ask any questions or have any problems with this, I will cut you.
So what is this? I have to choose. I have to choose one of these two things.
Yeah.
Or do I ask somebody else?
No.
Okay. Would you rather have everyone laugh at your jokes but not find anyone else's jokes funny, or have no one laugh at your jokes but you still find other people's jokes funny?
Well, that's already Doug.
Sorry, I don't find other people's jokes funny, or nobody else finds anybody else's jokes funny?
I think you don't.
I think you need to reread the question. Stop giving me shit. Because it's, do you want to be funny and no one else thinks you're funny? Or do you want to laugh at other people and you never be funny, basically?
That is a very tough one.
That is.
Could you ever laugh again?
It's not.
Can you ever laugh again?
Is that a George
That's
Michael
very-
song? That's a good George Michael song.
If you laugh and no one hears it, did you really laugh?
Was it really a joke? Here's my thought. Okay. I think if this is a very hard one, if I have to make this choice, I think that I would say that I would rather no one laugh at my jokes and
You wanna
me
be able to
find other
laugh.
people funny. Because I don't want to live a life without the joy of laughter.
Hashtag the joy of laughter.
That was beautiful.
Great answer. See how easy that was?
I have a few more questions, but I'm trying to keep them down.
Of course you do.
What?
He said no questions.
Excuse me. This is amazing. Would you rather live your entire life in a virtual reality where all your wishes are granted, or in the real world?
Some say the
Matrix.
real world is a simulation.
That's true. Obviously, where all my wishes come true.
So you want to
Really?
live in a false world where all your dreams come
So
true?
you would take the what is it,
Matrix.
the blue pill? Or
I
whatever?
would, absolutely.
Yeah.
Eat that big
You know what?
juicy
Maybe
steak.
I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't.
Oh, she's second guessing. What you gonna do?
Or what is
When
it?
they
What's that
come
other
for you.
that
I don't know,
the
I live in
Surrogates movie where everybody just lives through like this perfect robot form of themselves?
Well, I don't know.
Lawnmower man.
I got a lot of wishes. We're just gonna stick with that one.
Yeah, there you go.
I would do the same. Fuck the real world.
But does it really feel like you've earned it?
Who cares, man?
What's it matter? The Kardashians are rich even if they haven't earned it.
We're not going there. They work hard for their money.
No, they do not.
Would you rather the general public think you are a horrible person, but your family be very proud of you, or
But that's already the case.
shut up, or your family think you're a horrible person, but the general public be very proud of you?
Oh.
It's not even a
I don't know which way you're gonna go on this.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued right now.
I care what other people think, so my family
which
can think
other
I'm
people?
horrible. So
Wow.
the general public can be very proud of me. and not think
Really?
I'm horrible.
Interesting.
I am horrible to them all the time, so it's fine.
So that's the situation you're already in.
Yeah, but the general public doesn't like me.
I like you.
Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or just cease to exist after you died? Cease to exist. I don't want to. I don't want
Be
to
a
come
fly
back.
on the wall.
A fly.
But then
a
you
fly's
could become
basically
Jeff
attracted
Goldblum.
to shit.
You
Yeah.
can be
I'm
eating
gonna
all
be-
the time.
Eating shit.
But you like shit as a fly.
No, I do not want to come back
That's the
as
virtual
a being
reality
whose
simulation.
main
Where all your
source,
dreams
main
come
source of sustenance is poo.
Hey, some people are into it.
I've seen those movies.
Fred,
you can't just.
What?
You can't do that.
Okay, fine, I'll do this one. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, I'll do this one.
So picky.
Would you rather face your fears or forget that you have them?
Ooh.
Well, if I forget I have fears, then I have no fears.
I think he means until you get into a position where you're confronted with the thing. So like you just go into a situation and then something happens, you're like, oh shit, I'm scared of this, and you freeze up.
It's basically, do you want to man up and be a man and face your fears, or just pretend like yeah.
Well, but fear, I mean, most fear is anticipatory fear. You're afraid of what's going to happen. So if you
Done.
if you don't have fear,
Keep the
then
knives
you're,
away from
you're never
Gina right
going
now.
to be afraid of what's going to happen. So therefore, you don't have fear.
It's true. It's like those roller coasters at like Universal Studios that are indoors, and so you're not seeing it while you're in line, so you don't see all the crazy shit that's gonna happen, so you can't anticipate
Right.
it. And so
Still
it's
know
a lot
that
more
it's
fun.
a roller coaster.
Right.
Right, but you don't know like whether it's gonna be like, oh shit, that giant loop or that thing where it almost comes crashing down
It's like
or
that
whatever.
water park tube where it's so dark and you never know where the turn is. It's so fun.
Yeah, right.
See,
There you go.
my life is so much better when
the
I
dark.
don't fear Tito. And thank you for today's midpoint.
No mercy, baby.
And now it's time for talking point number 2. Size matters. Okay.
No,
A
it
s-
doesn't.
Well, here's the thing.
Is this the thing where you, for some reason, use the word peen at the beginning of the show?
Yes.
Yes.
The FDA has
So
approved
uncomfortable.
smaller condoms for American men because for most men, condoms are too big and therefore fall off.
Just don't wear them in the first place.
After a study
Not
in
a
the
good message.
Just don't wear them.
Is that the message
Just
you
don't
want to
wear
be
them in the
delivering?
first place.
Yeah.
A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that the average American's penis is 1 inch shorter than the minimum 6.69 inch length required of condom manufacturers. Therefore, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved smaller condoms. What?
Just don't roll it all the way back. It has
6.69.
nothing to do with the
Nice.
length. Doesn't it have to do with the girth instead of the length?
well, it has
Because
to
you're
do
just
with
rolling
both.
it back. It doesn't matter how big it is.
Did you know that condoms, like, they're required to be a certain
Like
length?
you must be this tall to ride, kind of.
Right,
thing.
exactly.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
no
well,
idea.
yeah,
they
it has
had
to be an average size, and then they have the extra large
6
one.
and 2/3 inches, but was the minimum.
Just say
they
the
had to
number.
make
6.69.
Nice.
6.69. But now they've
69,
approved
I guess.
condoms that are a minimum of 5.69 because the 6.69 was too big for the average dick.
Really?
Are they gonna size it like how some clothing stores size clothes to make people feel better. So they're gonna make like, Trojan Max, but it's actually gonna be smaller so that people in the States feel better about themselves.
Probably.
The new Trojan Huge.
Yeah, they're gonna call it
For
something
your
like that.
4-inch dick.
While many of the larger condom brands have not yet adopted to the new policy, Global Protection Corporation has begun to market condoms in up to 60 different sizes, with lengths ranging from 4.9 to 9.4 inches.
Global Protection Agency. That's the name of the company.
Corporation.
Corporation.
Why are there points?
Jeez.
Anything? That's just too much.
Well, because it's based on what, right? Because you can't have, like, there's no such thing as like a custom fit It's not like you go into the tailor and he's measuring, oh, I can make you a jacket that's this long. No, you just buy the generic.
I like that your tailor's also blind.
You want, I should make you a jacket? It's not like custom sized condoms, so they have to have an average. But supposedly that average is too big. Do you have a problem with condom length?
I have a problem with that whole thing.
What don't you have a problem with today?
Have you
you
ever?
actu-
No, sorry. Go.
What?
I was gonna say, have you ever made one? Speaking of like custom size, made one of those dildos that you can do in the shape of your dick, like you mold it to your dick, and then you can. You've done
What?
that?
Fuck yourself?
Yeah.
If you want it, I
If
guess.
you want.
Yeah, you can do that. I've seen it.
The Fred.
You've seen it.
Have you done that? Have you made a
No,
dildo
that's
of your
it.
dick?
No, it's stupid.
Everything's
My
stupid
dick's
if
not
you're-
that special.
I knew a friend who did this a few years
Really?
ago. Yeah, and because his whole thing was that he wanted to fuck himself with his own dick. Of
course.
But he said that the most challenging part of it was staying hard long enough for the thing to set properly.
Viagra.
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure it's not that warm or
Or
nice
pleasant.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no thrusting.
Plastic
yeah.
cast.
He's just like sitting
But
there.
don't porn stars do that? That's how they have their
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
line.
Like the
But that's why they're paid the big bucks. They're professional.
the long dong silver
hard
or
on
whatever.
demand.
Well,
Yeah.
Tito, I want to know what you think about this, because not only do they have condoms that are now smaller than the average bear, they have
Love
now
dice.
they have now
You get one of those.
released
Yep.
self-lubricating condoms.
Yeah, what is that? First
Yeah.
of all, condoms have lube on them already, and what?
They have
it
these
for the
little
outside?
hands. They have these little hands.
I was
that are
gonna
like,
say, yeah. Is it like a windshield
guy-
wiper thing? Like,
Or the opposite. It sprays it but doesn't wipe it away.
They last more than 1,000 thrusts.
Okay.
Without enough lubrication, friction can cause condoms to become ineffective. But these new latex condoms have a special durable coating and become slippery upon touch.
Here's the problem.
Wow.
No,
Technology.
no, that can't. No, because first of all, you think that these
That can't happen.
these
either.
small-dicked Americans from the last story are going to last 1,000 thrusts. They're going to just take this as an opportunity to keep washing their condoms, which we've already talked about, and reusing them to save a buck.
That's right. Oh, I've only used this condom for 500 thrusts. That means I have 500 more thrusts to use.
Just got a little clicker thing, like a park entry thing. Just 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it has a built-in like.
Maybe they have it just
Odometer?
with their
Yeah.
Fitbit.
Pedometer thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when tested, the average water-based lube condom only lasts 600 thrusts.
I think that's plenty.
so they actually had to do this study. So they actually had a person there
Yeah.
counting them.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many? Well, I mean,
The casting
what
call
a
for that
job.
must have been amazing.
How many-
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a job.
how many? Yeah, inspected by. Right? How many? How many thrusts does it take to?
To get to the center. Of
Sorry, I was alright. It's pretty good.
that wasn't that funny. We all said the same thing.
Tito, save us, Pop of the Week.
Oh, the bop of the week this week is Jonas Blue, Liam Payne, and Lennon Stella, and it's called Polaroid.
A lot of people. One song.
Click. Woo. And something exciting, I'll remind people that we now have a playlist on Spotify of Tito's Bop of the Week. So if you have Spotify, you can search for Tito's Bop of the Week and find all of his bops for season 3.
That's great.
Surprise.
Yeah.
You're bopping all over the place. Well, you are now.
That is.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Costs you nothing, helps us greatly. Follow the red arrows, press the red button, and the world will be a better place. If you really want to help us out, go to our crowdfunding site on Patreon, patreon.com/thepointguys. We're also available on the go as an iTunes podcast. Check us out there. You can check out our website, thepointguys.net. Of course, comment and like and share everything from us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Point Guys.
We could literally say we'll give $1,000 to anybody still watching at this point in any show and have never given $1 away.
Let's not test that, maybe.
You've done that 80 times. 80? We're up to almost
Thank
80
you,
shows.
Doug. What was that thing about people not laughing at your jokes?
But I get to still enjoy the joys of the
Oh,
world.
yes, you do. We have a new show every Tuesday, so we will see you next Tuesday on The Point.
And I